Hey there, I'm Matt Hanlon, longtime teacher, software engineer, all the rest. So you've gotten through your Swift Playground book, or you've developed a Swift Playground walkthrough, and now you want to publish it for people to use. So you can do things like tap on a button like this, subscribe button, have it open up Swift Playgrounds, and then prompt the person to click subscribe. I can do that here. It's going to tell me I'm already subscribed to that one. But I'll walk you through a few things you have to do to get set up to do that. So first things first, it's just a link here that looks a little bit like this. Here, I'll paste it into TextMate. It starts with developer.apple.com/ul/sp0 ? And then this is the URL to my feed. So you would just copy that same thing and then just make it your own. So if you have it on GitHub Pages, you would change it to whatever URL is to this full feed.json file. And the feed.json file is going to look a little bit like this. So you can see here, I've got the curly braces that enclose everything. And at the very top, I've got some information about the feed itself. So the title, subtitle, publisher name, feed identifier, familiar reverse DNS style identifier. And then I've got a contact URL, so I can send mail to playgrounds at decodehub.ie if someone wants to get in touch with me about the subscription. And then I have my documents in here. So this is just a slimmed down version of the feed that I have for my own playground feed. And these square braces just tell you that it's going to be a list of things. And in the list are going to be items that look a bit like this. So they're enclosed by curly braces. We've got these different fields. So title, overviewSubtitle, detailSubtitle. If you put all of this stuff in your feed, it's probably going to work. Published date, last updated date. I've got a fully qualified URL to the zipped up version of my playground book. And then I've got a link to some preview image URLs that'll show up in the Playgrounds app. I've also got links to these images, and I'll show you what sizes those have to be for when you create your own. Because that could be an issue with your feed not loading, is maybe the images are the wrong size. If you only have the one document, you can actually just delete this and just have that between the curly braces. If you want to add additional ones, since it is a list, we separate those with commas, and then we would say paste in another one of these and then change it, especially the content identifier, so that it's a different item in the list. The other thing I want to show you is if we go to the Finder and I have a look at my own copy of these, I'll just drag these out. I'll go find my Playgrounds directory. This is what mine looks like. I have a few different feeds here, a WWDC feed from a long time ago, the feed that you use when you subscribe to the main Playgrounds. And if we go look inside this EU Code Week 2021, you'll see that I've got a zip file. That's just my project that I right-clicked on and said compress. That'll add the zip at the end. So whether it's a Swift Playgrounds walkthrough or a playground book, you just compress it into a zip file. So it's one file we're downloading. And then we have a banner file, a preview, and a thumbnail. If we look at the dimensions for these, the banner is going to be 1080 by 400. The preview is going to be 800 by 600. And then the thumbnail is going to be 902 by 768. So once you get those three things, I upload that EU Code Week 2021 folder to my website where I can host it. If you're hosting it on GitHub Pages, you would create a folder and add those items, as well as the zipped up version of your walkthrough. Upload the feed file as well, and test it out. Now, when you're testing it out, one thing you want to do if you're in Playgrounds on the desktop or on the iPad, you want to go to Settings and turn on Authoring Debug Mode, because that's going to give you some more information. If it can't parse the feed for some reason or there's some issue with it, this will let you know and hopefully give you the right direction to fix things. So that's it. You can test things out not just by creating a page with that link that I showed you earlier that shows up on my own page. You can also go and in Playgrounds, you can enter a subscription URL and just type in the direct link to the feed. That should get you going. Hopefully, your feed will be published at that point, and all of the cool content you've just created is available for people to add to their own iPad and play around with. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.